Secretary of the Department of Labor and Employment, Sylvester H. III. Isang maligayang araw ng kalayaan sa lahat ng Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa mga kababayan nating manggagawa sa loob at labas ng bansa. Panalangin ko na nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. The Department of Labor and Employment joins the whole nation in commemorating the bravery and patriotism of all the Filipino men and women who sacrificed and fought for our freedom, leading to the proclamation of our independence 124 years ago. This is the same valor that inspires us to courageously grapple with the various challenges hampering our progress as a nation. Kaya naman, nais ko rin bigyang bugay ang ating mga manggagawa, partikular na ang ating mga overseas at frontline workers, dahil sa matapang inyong pagharap sa mga hamon dulot ng COVID-19 pandemic. Ang inyong sakripisyo para sa bansa ay tunay na kahanga-hanga. You have shown diligence and resilience during this most challenging time. And we cannot overemphasize how these have immensely helped us sustain our economy and regain our momentum. Indeed, you are our country's modern-day heroes. On behalf of the Labor Department, I assure you that we will steadfast in pushing for the protection of your rights and developing responsive policies and programs so that every Filipino worker is provided with full, decent, and productive employment. Let us continue working together and fighting for a better economy where Filipinos feel safe, secure, and free. I wish everyone a meaningful and productive Independence Day. Mabuhay ang Pilipino, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Message for the 124th Philippine Independence Day. Department of National Defense joins the nation in celebrating our 124th Philippine Independence Day. In Dr. Jose Rizal's seminal work, Noli Me Tangere, Nakarang Terrelia said, I die without seeing the dawn brighten over my native land. You who have been to sea, welcome it, and forget not those who have fallen during the night. In these immortal words of our national hero, remember the gift of independence granted to us by our forefathers was wrought in their immeasurable sacrifice and unflagging hope for the future of our country. As we look back at the road that led us to the freedom and democracy we enjoy today, we also set our sights on the work that remains to be done to achieve the brighter future of our heroes dream for us. This year's Independence Day celebration theme, Kalayaan 2022, pagsuong sa hamon ng panibagong bukas, rise towards the challenge of a new beginning. Aptly calls on all Filipinos to embrace the challenges coming our way. The spirit of transition may continue to work together with our new set of leaders to realize the hopes and dreams of our forefathers for our nation. Maligayang araw ng kasarinlan sa ating lahat. Signed, Delphine N. Lorenzana, Secretary, Department of National Defense.
Message to overseas Filipino communities by Honorable Teodoro L. Ocsin Jr., Secretary of Foreign Affairs. On the occasion of Kalayaan 2022, pagsulong sa hamon ng panibagong bukas. The past 2 years have seen us weathering the worst of the pandemic. There was a challenge of staying productive and hopeful, of running not to fall back, and sustaining relationships and preserving economies amidst health and travel restrictions that became commonplace. While the pandemic is still very much with us, we have managed to get out of the lashing arms of the storm, but not into its eye, but for more to come. We have survived this far, and with continued caution and vigilance, we are getting out of this altogether to create a yet better future. This Philippine Independence Day, Filipinos all over the world are called to rise to the challenge of a new tomorrow. If there is anything the pandemic taught us, it is to never underestimate humankind's capacity to evolve and adapt. We have seen this in ourselves, our families, and communities. We in the Department of Foreign Affairs did not let a pandemic stop us from cultivating foreign partnerships, securing much needed vaccines, upholding our sovereign rights, getting overseas Filipinos out of distress, and sharply increasing already considerable consular services. We rose to the occasion, even as our compatriots abroad tenaciously served on the front lines while supporting their families in the Philippines. Overseas Filipinos will always be a source of pride and inspiration. They are the subjects of royal honors, the gratitude and admiration of foreign nations. The DFA is privileged for the opportunity it has gripped with both hands to be beside you in a perilous journey and never leave you behind. Our endeavors, our struggles have borne fruit, just in time for our country to exercise democracy through fair and free elections, with no restrictions other than those common sense self-imposed. The sovereign will of the Filipino people through free, fair, and unrestricted elections, an extension of our national independence, found its fullest expression and produced a clear and uncontestable winner. I was proud to announce this to the American President and the U.S. Congress. This enables us to set the vision of the new tomorrow we will all be working for. Thank you, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, for making it happen. The only president in our history to end his term with nationwide 70% approval and 0 disapproval in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This good man was vilified by so-called democracies that are racist, divided, unable to produce majorities, and are at best confused about purposes. As we now begin a new chapter in our nation's history, I offer my very best wishes and profound appreciation to my colleagues in the Department of Foreign Affairs. It has been my honor to serve our country and people by your side. There remains so much to do and still so many challenges to overcome. But my faith in the DFA, like my faith in the Filipino, is strong and unwavering. With this, I greet you for the last time as Secretary of Foreign Affairs. Maligayang araw ng kasarinlan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas at ang sambayanang Pilipino. Ladies and gentlemen, to read the message of the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and to deliver her remarks for tonight's occasion, it is my honor to introduce Her Excellency, Ambassador Marian Jocelyn R. Tirol Ignacio.
Message of the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I join the entire Filipino nation as we herald the solemn observance of the 124th anniversary of the proclamation of Philippine independence. On this day, more than a century ago, we have shown to the world our collective force and will as a people by compellingly repudiating colonial subjugation. While our path to true freedom has been long and tedious, our forefathers have walked a mile and made us pioneers of republican democracy in Asia. The shared narrative that we have weaved throughout history has never ceased in teaching us what values to hold and which lessons to remember. While we draw strength from learning our past, we must continue believing that there is still wisdom to be gained from our present choices, decisions, and actions so we can shape a better future for our people. That our constant discernment in the continuing process of nation building, therefore, make us realize that our liberties are there to make us wiser and not to prove that we are always right or better. Even in exercising our most cherished freedoms, our differences can move us to engage in healthy yet meaningful discourse without sowing hatred and division, as well as push our country towards the right direction. In the spirit of patriotism and love of the motherland, exemplified by those who came before us, let us come together in unity for the glory and triumph of the Filipino nation. Mabuhay ang ating kalayaan at ang sambayanang Pilipino. Nilandaan Rodrigo Roa Duterte, 12th of June 2022 sa Maynila po, ang ating Presidente po ng Pilipinas. Salamat. Mga kagalang-galang na pinuno ng Filipino Association, Maria Luisa Ramos Wong, pinuno ng Filipino Bowlers Club, Mercedita Oliveros, pinuno at kasapi ng mga samahang Pilipino sa Brunei, mga kagalang-galang na panaunin, mga ginang at ginoo, minamahal kong mga kababayan. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Lubos kong ikinalulugod ang inyong pagdalo sa ating pagdiriwang na ika-124 ang kaarawan ng pagpapahayag ng kasarinlan ng Pilipinas. Ang gabing ito ay gabi ng pagdiriwang. Pinagdiriwang natin ang ating pagka-Pilipino, ang ating pagiging bukod at natatanging. Ang gabing ito ay gabi rin ng pagdiriwang para sa kadakilaan ng Pilipino. Pilipino na may malasakit sa kapwa, Pilipino na bukas palad na tumutulong sa mga nangangailangan. Sa ganito, isang taus-pusong pasasalamat ang ibig kong ipaabot sa inyo. Ang inyong malaking suporta at patuloy na kagandahang loob sa pasubuan ng Pilipinas ay higit na nakakatulong upang ating mapaglingkuran ang ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Ngayong gabi, binibigyan natin ng kabuluhan ang mga katagang pagsuong sa hamon ng panibagong bukas. Bilang bagong sugong kinatawan ng Pilipinas sa Brunei Darussalam, narito ako upang bigyang saysay ang mga programa ng pamahalaan sa ilalim ng ating bagong Pangulo na si Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Noong ika-9 ng Mayo, idinaos ng Pilipinas ang pambansang halalan kung saan nagwagi si President-elect Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. sa pamamagitan ng pagtangon ng higit na 31 milyong boto, higit na kalahati ng kabuuang mga botong nakuha sa halalan. Sa ika-30 ng Hunyo, si President-elect Marcos ang hahalili kay Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte upang maging ika-17 Pangulo ng Republiko ng Pilipinas. Sa ilalim ng kanyang pamamalakad, tayo ay umaasa sa isang mas masagana at mabuting kinabukasan. Ang aking hinihiling ang inyong patuloy na suporta at tulong upang ang pangarap na ito ay masakatuparan sa ilalim ng hinilang ng Pangulong Marcos. Ang mga nakaraang taon ay naging hamon para sa ating lahat. Hanggang ngayon, ang lahat ay patuloy ng maharap sa hirap na dinala ng pandemyang COVID-19. Dito sa Brunei, sa pamamagitan ng donasyon ng mga mapagbigay na samahan at iba pang individual, ang pasukuan ay nakapagpamahagi ng 2,823 pakete ng pagkain sa ating mga kababayan sa Bandar, Tutong at Kuala Bilait sa pamamagitan ng ating Food Assistance Program simula ng pandemya noong 2020 at hanggang sa second wave ng pandemya noong 2021. Patunay ito ng diwa ng bayanihan sa mga Pilipino sa Brunei. Sa parehong diwa, hindi magiging posible ang tagumpay ng ating salo-salo ngayong gabi kung wala ang ating mga sponsor, mga kumpanyang may pagmamayari ng mga Pilipino o mga kumpanyang pinamumunuan ng mga Pilipino sa Brunei. So maraming salamat po sa Century Pacific Agricultural Ventures Incorporated, sa Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, sa Jollibee, sa LBC Brunei Darussalam, UYY Holdings Company, sa Mass Media Employment Agency, sa Osners and Biran Berhad, at sa Roasted Sip. Nais ko rin pong pasalamatan ang Pinoy Shutters para sa pagdokumentaryo ng ating pagdiriwang, sa Guardians Team Marshall para sa security ng ating salo-salo, at sa One Pinoy Music, sa UST Alumni Association, sa Seringulia Sarjana School, at sa OFW Global Movement for Empowerment sa pag-aambag ng kanilang oras at talento para sa ating programa ngayong gabi. Higit sa lahat ay malaking pasasalamat sa ating magaling at masayang mga MC na sina Eya at Car. So magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay po kayo lahat.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Ambassador Maria Jocelyn R. Toro Ignacio, for your inspiring message.
At this point, may we invite Third Secretary and Vice Consul J.P. Martinez, Welfare Officer Anwar Ampang, SSS Representative Joy Ann Cabalin, President of the Filipino Association in Brunei, Maria Luisa Ramos Wong, and President of Filipino Bowlers Club, Mercelita Oliveros, to the stage for the ceremonial cutting of the cake. Thank you to the Philippine Embassy officials and the officers of the Filipino organization in Brunei Darussalam for joining us in the cake cutting ceremony.
During the first quarter of 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic reached Brunei Darussalam. The public health crisis wreaked havoc on the lives of all of us residing in the Sultanate. Most affected were medical frontliners and vulnerable groups in the population whose livelihoods and incomes were ravaged by the economic effects of the pandemic.
Many Filipinos in Brunei tested positive for coronavirus and lost their jobs and sources of income. Consistent with the aim of the Philippine government to protect the rights and welfare of the Filipinos abroad, the Philippine Embassy pooled the available resources of the Department of Labor and Employment, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, and the Department of Foreign Affairs to extend the assistance to the Filipinos in Brunei who were adversely affected by the pandemic.
However, for such an immense problem affecting so many Filipinos here in Brunei, the Philippine Embassy sought the help of the Filipino community to ensure that enough support would be provided to the Filipinos who suffered from the ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of them are here with us tonight, and the Embassy would like to express thanks and appreciation through a public recognition of their selfless and generous support.
We will be presenting certificates of appreciation tonight to members of the Filipino community who partnered with the Philippine Embassy for the Food Assistance Package outreach program implemented in 2020 and 2021.
The citation reads, "The certificate of appreciation is presented to, for his or her their invaluable contribution to the Food Assistance Package Outreach Program of the Philippine Embassy conducted from March 2020 to December 2021 to support Filipino nationals in Brunei Darussalam adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Given this 25th day of June 2022 in Bandar Seri Begawan, Brunei Darussalam. Signed, Maria Jocelyn R. Gerald Ignacio, Ambassador." When your name is called, kindly go up the stage to receive your certificates of appreciation. First up, Dr. Marilu Villar. A round of applause for Dr. Marilu Villar. Next, Dr. Marjorie Blanche Gallegos Jugarty. A warm round of applause for Dr. Marjorie Blanche Gallegos Jugarty. Miss Carmina Holmes and Bugtao, Philippines. Miss Edeline Bigornia Tejero. A round of applause for Miss Tejero. Miss Noor Judy binti Abdullah. Miss Noor Kartini binti Abdullah Mary Jane Vera Coyopa. Another warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Couples for Brides, represented by Architect Alan Filio and Mr. Romeo Ricardo.
A warm round of applause for Couples for Brides.
Rotary Club of Bandar Seri Ligawan, represented by Miss Hani Estrella. Miss Noor Hanina Lin binti Abdul Rahim. Filipino Bowlers Club, represented by Miss Mercedita Oliveras. Kabayan Co Association, represented by Mr. Ernesto Garcia. Pinoy ako, OFW Beyond Dignity, represented by Mr. Anthony M. Laylay. And the Filipino Association, represented by Miss Maria Luisa Ramos Wong.
May we please call on or the honorees for their group photo. Congratulations to all our honorees, and thank you, Your Excellency, Ambassador Maria Jocelyn R. Terol Ignacio, Defense and Armed Forces Attaché Colonel Arenas, and Labor Attaché Bernizano.
We would also like to note that the Filipino Association support for the Food Assistance Outreach Program was a collective effort, and we would like to mention the affiliated organizations who contributed to the Filipino Association's charity drive.
As we call the name of your organization, please make your presence felt, especially in our newly upgraded DPH Embassy Consular Annex. So, shake your nerves off. Mukha po kasi tayong medyo tense. So, when we call on the name of your organization, please give us a big round of applause or even a shout to hear you. Alright, let's start forth with Brunei International Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated. Next up, we have Guardians Brotherhood International Incorporated. Guardians International Brotherhood Foundation Incorporated. Guardians Socialite Society Incorporated. Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers, Brunei. Kabayan Ko Association. One Pinoy Music. Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers.
The
Philippine Nurses Association, Chapter.
Society of Mechanical Engineers. Philippine Volleyball Elites, Brunei. Pinoy Bowlers Club. Pinoy Shutters, Brunei Darussalam. United Architects of the Philippines, Brunei. UST Alumni Association, Brunei. Bagwis Aguila Chapter. Phoenix Infinity Society International. And the Guardians Incorporated, the original. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
We Filipinos are famous all over the world for being musically united people. And our reception tonight won't be complete without some fabulous musical performances. To start our cultural program, we will have a vocal trio who will be entertaining us with beloved songs from composers such as Boyce Simon, Noel Cabangon, Butch Montserrat, and National Artist for Music, Mr. Ryan Kevia.
Let us all give a warm welcome to Muhammad Muizzaddin Shah, Bin Abdullah, Dolex Dante Buena, Archie Centeno, and Med Aguilar from the UST Alumni Association, Brunei.
Isang Nagdadaan mo ba tayong dalawa unang nakita? Panahon ang kamusmusan sa piling ng mga bulaklak at halaman. Doon tayo nagsimulan maghanap tunay. Natandaan mo pa ba bukid kong puso sa punong mangga ang inalay kong magkahawak kamay sa dalawang sigat, malayang tulad ng mga ibon. Gunitan ang ating kahapon. Lumilipas ang panahon, kabiyak ng ating gunitan. Ang mga ikaw ay nagbalik at tulad ko rin ng iyong pananabik. Makita ang dating kanlungan, tahanan ng ating tula at pangarap. Ngayon ay nadalaan na. Sana kabiyak ng aming gunitan sa paglipas ng panahon. Bakit kailangan din sikat ng araw, may dalang liwanag sa ating pangarap. Hanapin gumising na, araw ng pag-asa ay nandito na. Dumating din, haharapin natin. Basta tayo'y magkasama, laging mayroong umaga. Kay ganda, ang sikat ng araw.